And hello, boys and girls. This is your old pal, Uncle L, aka Diebulfrog79. And today's blog is about Easter Island. Now, a lot of people always ask me, why do I mention Easter Island in several of my videos? Well, it's a prepper's test. It shows you which preppers know what Uncle Alan's talking about and which ones are bullshitters. Sorry for the bad language, boys and girls, but Uncle Alan's smarter than most people. I'll try and get my paperwork ready. It's going to be a fast one. Blog. Easter Island. A prepper's history test. Also, it's a red flag detector. It'll detect people who want to be preppers and they're really at the border. Mostly they're fantasy preppers or fantasy survivalists, wannabes, Rambos, Batman, and boondocks. I always mention those. Now, a lot of people think, well, Uncle Alan's wrong. It's a beautiful tropical island. Okay, there's a lot of places. There's one in the Caribbean that a lot of people enjoyed back in the 1880s. That was a wonderful tropical paradise. And the French governor destroyed all the boats so they could vote it off. You know what happened to those people? Those 40,000 people? They died horribly in a mass volcanic action. And the governor says, oh no, it's just a little smoke. They all fried except for one guy who was about to be executed, guillotine. Everything roasted on the island. It's like Pompeii, you have hot gases coming down the volcano. Instead of one side of the volcano, it covered the whole damn island. Now a lot of people says, I live in a beautiful tropical paradise. Long Island did it for 10 years. That's why he's on stateside. It's fun when you're young. When you get a lot older, you have to be more careful. And Uncle Alan don't want to be looking over his back all the time. And Uncle Alan isn't that big. So, you have a choice. You can have a wonderful tropical paradise and be oblivious of what dangers you might face. And they say, oh, it will never happen to me. And I said to my friend, they found his body 12 miles inland after the tidal wave. That was 2012. See, people don't realize that shiny white beaches, palm trees, balmy evening climates doesn't guarantee your safety. Now, a lot of people knows that Uncle Alan reads the comments, and I'm very polite. I try not to curse because I used to interrogate people, and you read their comments. It's a form of interrogation. But a lot of you people out there haven't been interrogated. You need to get waterboarded. So a lot of people don't understand the psychology of that. Now, when they get hostile in their comments, that means that deep inside you're telling the truth and they have no idea what's coming up. Uncle Alan sits back and reads the comments, and any hint of anger or you don't know or something like that, or check your figures, you have no idea what you're talking about, those are red flags. Okay? And I use Easter Island as a red flag detector. Okay, boys and girls, Uncle Alan's going to mention about Easter Island in his videos. Clearly, a lot of you don't listen carefully. You get the wrong idea of Easter Island in prepper terms. For many of you, you fall into the trap of the moa. Those are the big-headed statues. Okay? Or advanced civilizations, or Twiki time, flying saucers, or UFOs, or ley lines, or advanced Polynesian civilization. When I see those answers in the comments, that's a red flag. That means you haven't went to college, you haven't went to a university behind a dumpster, you haven't did your homework, and it's a red flag. Okay, Uncle Alan deals with the hard truth, kids. They even made a PBS special about this, and so did Nat Geo, and even Nova. Okay, not the red flag about Easter Island. Nothing to do with all the statues, the advanced civilization, UFO, ley lines, and hundreds of stupid stuff and theories. None of that. Okay? Like PBS, Nat Geo, and Nova, they all do hard science. Okay? Real truth of the matter of Easter Island, it was an ecological disaster. First settled by the Polynesians and later traded with South America in 1200 AD. See, Polynesians were seafaring people, and they conquered most of the Pacific, Hawaii, Philippines, etc. Now, by the time of the Europeans, that was the 1720s, well, once large tribe of seagoing people was reduced to 15,000. Okay, they were reduced about 15,000 because of exploration and losing ships and stuff. Okay, 15,000. By that time, 1720, it was down to 2 to 3,000 people on Easter Island or Rapa Nui. Okay, I hope you listen to me. Not the moas, not the big statues, not advanced civilization. Big fact that a lot of you who are preppers and want to be preppers should know Easter Island was an ecological disaster. Repeat it through your head. Ecological disaster. The Polynesian rat, deforestation, and human farming destroyed this tropical island. Now, this island used to have over 15-meter tall trees. They had huge trees on this island. You still find the fossilized remains of giant trees within the last 900 years. They were all extinct by the time the Europeans came by the 1720s. Okay, and got worse because human farming and deforestation denuded the island. And plus, the Polynesian rat ate every seedling it can, losing valuable over the centuries topsoil. The forest and natural food cycle of the land went kaput, leaving only the remaining gardens, okay, shore fishing, and some chickens they brought over by the first Polynesian wave as a food source. Trade at that time, because they ran out of wood for canoes, shrank. So all the stuff they brought from South America shrank with them. No canoes, no seafaring. They were trapped on this island, and it's a very remote island. Okay? Result? 200 years into tribal warfare, cannibalism. This is all before the Dutch and English and Spanish by the year 1722. Now, a lot of people don't understand why Uncle Alan always pushed this subject and always mention it, okay, in my videos. It's about this and not the big-headed statues of some kind of advanced civilization, okay? But a lot of people don't get it. Okay, you destroyed the island, a beautiful island. And everybody says, but it has trees. Yeah, they planted in the last 50 to 20 years. Before that, there were no trees and very few trees. There's only like 3 to 8 different species on that island. That was brought by the Spanish because the island was denuded. Okay? So a lot of people wondering, well, didn't they have farms? Yes, in the early part. They used to have mass plantations to feed the 15,000. By the time the Dutch, the Spanish, and Portuguese and English got there, their population reduced and they're living off family plots, shore fishing, and a few chickens, and maybe some dogs. Okay, but a lot of people don't pay attention. They're looking at the statues. They're looking at the lee lines. They're looking at all these other theories. They don't look at the real facts. Okay, I always mention Easter Island. Now, if you listen very carefully, this was a beautiful tropical paradise. And in a short time of 200 years, it was destroyed. Okay? So I don't want to hear anything about it was an advanced civilization or aliens or big-headed people or anything. No, it was an ecological disaster, bad colonization, isolation. So please remember that. My prayer is to Walker Outdoors. Really like Walker. Like his channel. Systematic Divide. If she has her PayPal account up, please send her a little donation. She needs to fix her roof. She needs $6,980. Rob Painless. I keep hitting Oklahoma. I'm trying to hit the Panhandle. Rob Heaton's Survival and Prepping. Mike's like me, good old boy. We do things, but Uncle Al's kind of crippled up, and he can't do that stuff anymore. Panhandle Prepper. Please go watch his channel. It's a really good channel. If you like leather work, if you like a family man, if you like a good Christian, go watch Panhandle Preparedness. Liam Hyman, or Heyman. Heyman. Liam. Hi, Liam. Sorry, because this is Uncle Al gets off board sometimes, but this is more of adults and it's not woodcraft. I'll try to do a little bit more woodcraft in the future videos, but right now I've got to cover a few things. And Jordan Jakenberg. Hey Jordan, I think I replied to your comment about what's going on. I don't think these are teens. The way they ran in the darkness, they ran single file instead of a group. That means military training. Okay? That's not teens on a lark rampaging the countryside. That's a professional hidden commando unit. A lot of people are like, oh, that's a bunch of you know what, Uncle Al. Go watch the video. It's on RT. I checked it out. I think something's coming up, so be prepared. Be careful. You live in an apartment building. Now, if you remember what happened to Germany and all their apartments, that wasn't a really good sight. Okay, sorry this is a little long. Inspired John. Please check out Inspired John. Real good channel. Just in Time Prepping with Bill on Wednesday. That's Just in Time Prepping. Step 1 Survival. Always like Staff Sergeant BA and West S. Gotta love those guys. Now, I'd like to mention Harshman Hills and Conservative Views by Christine and West Wing Survival. Please check out Wayne at West Wing Survival on his videos. Really good. Now, for my friend up in Canada, Hubble's Cat, I'm going to try to write a letter, but Uncle has been a little ill. And it's a little hard for me to do all these videos and try to catch up, do paperwork for the month, which is fun. Are you sick? Yes. It's like, how old are you? Old enough, you know, all this stupid. Are you a child? Do I look like a child? Okay. Filling out those idiot paperwork. Anyway, we're going to send this to Hubble's Cat, because that's also next to water, one of his big weaknesses next to gardening. Okay? Now, a lot of people argue on me on the size of the plot. That's their opinion. But once after you bear your first 2 kids, like, gee, Uncle Alan was right. It's a little bit too late. Okay? And like I said, I like Mike Hitton's Survival and Prepping. Now, a lot of people find Mike a little coarse. Mike's fine. You just take your time and listen to people very carefully. And I read the comments because I used to interrogate people. I'll find out where you live, how long it goes, just like this, in a very calm and pleasant place. Now, a lot of people think, Uncle On, I'm doing the blue collar muscle, or I got some kind of savings or stuff. And that's not going to make you rich. And Uncle On's working on his fourth fortune. Okay? I'm not living in a studio apartment. I'm not living in a trailer or somebody's car or couch surfing. Okay? Uncle On went through a lot of FTS. And also I went through a lot of pleasant, that's when you have a stroke, your side of your face don't work. When you have pleasant times on tropical areas. I already did that. I already done that. Remember, my past is your future. I just wish you the best of luck and hope you succeed. Now, a lot of you says, I'll do it with muscle power. Well, there's a little guy named Murphy's around the corner. So I hope Murphy doesn't get you. Okay, boys and girls, like and subscribe. Hit the like button and hit the subscribe button and the little bell. And hopefully you'll stick around and learn a little bit. Catch you later. That's Diebulfrog79, aka Old Uncle Al. You have a nice day.